Alright, we're here with more Minecraft. So, the game is right now loading. Let's give it some time. Okay, it turned, it crashed. Cool. So, let's have a starting Minecraft stream. No, this is... I probably clicked one or two too many things, so it's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, I will set up stream music and put OBS on top. There we go. Alright. Okay, my second screen is having a really hard time right now. So there we go. Okay. Everything looks to be working. Good. So well, I've technically clicked through all of these things today already in preparation, because I was like, I will jump right into game for you, and then the game just crashes on the world joining. So I guess it is important that you don't click anything right here, because the game didn't like that. Oh yeah, and I notice that I'm still on the wrong audio output. Hold on, let me fix that real quick. So you go to the headset. There we go. Now everything is where it should be. Alright. And I'm also gonna open up reference window, cause last time we did some planning. Oh yeah, it is in the screenshots folder. I forgot. There we got it. Alright, so I have a plan how my new building is gonna look. Somewhat. Alright. So first let's check our materials, which are all around here. So what we need here is that's for limestone. We wanted viridium, right? Which is 8 stone essences with a copper essence in the middle. So that's exactly what we have here. Alright. Let's craft some viridium. Oh yeah, there is no crafting table here anymore. The crafting table is right here. Put you in there, and then there is the copper essence. No, that is not the way I want it. Good, okay, then balance out. Creates a whole lot of viridium for us. This is gonna be the frame material. Hello, hi. Unfortunately, my chat window is today very scrunched up together. I'm doing well, thank you very much. Let me quickly fix OBS so that I can actually see anything. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? We're gonna build a greenhouse today, which is gonna be actually green and also glass. Or I should say, we're gonna start the building today. It's gonna be big, so we're not gonna finish it today. But we can lay down the shapes and foundation, for which we are actually gonna start. Hold on, first I need to clean up my inventory. True, there was something. So, most recently, me, my brother and my cousin together went adventuring on this Minecraft server to the Nether, and I still didn't clean my inventory from this adventure. Where is my quadcopter? Oh, I have put down my quadcopter somewhere else. But where? Or did I just put it in my backpack? I'm gonna need that quadcopter today. That's a red cat. Where did my quadcopter go? Well, okay. I also don't see it on the map, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cheat it in real quick, because I do own a quadcopter and this is just unnecessarily complicated right now. There we go, there it is. Anyhow, anyway, so we're gonna give it some fuel. Quadcopter, you are gonna be placed down here. Then we go here on this side, we take several stacks. Yes, my inventory is full, true. Put you in there, you in there, you in there, you in there. So that's the fuel taken care of. We also need to be, if anything, in first person mode. Otherwise this will be hard to fly. Then we're gonna put the copper essence that we don't need back in there. We do have a nice amount of viridium to start off already. We just need to be online in the background right now, So then it will work away at doing its thing. Right, Inferium Essence is still stored in here. Bones. I do not have a storage space for bones really, so we'll just put it in here, I suppose. Same for these blaze rods. Enchanted book with Unbreaking 3 is nice. I have 2 of them. We also have nether brick somewhere, I'm pretty sure of it. That's archaic brick. Okay, let's just put it in there then. Nether wart goes in here. Then we have all different kinds of nether bricks. Chiseled, polished blackstone, cracked nether, spore vaporizer. Alright. And I'm gonna put 4 soul torches also in here. And then we still have a backpack to take care of. Okay, so auspicious armor is a cobblestone thing. A cobblemon thing, I mean, sorry. Let's put all of these things in here. Out from here, so cobblemon stuff goes in there, like so, like so. Then, oh, we have the spectral arrows. Let's put them in here. Okay, there is a schematic over here, so let's just put those in there. Then we got some polished blackstone that goes over here. And Inferium Essence goes over here. So now let's take care of one last inventory, but not before sleep. Nice. So for this one, let us take the quadcopter over to the sea over there, which is my cousin's rather empty base right now, because he doesn't play too much. He just basically made a wooden platform where his stuff is, and that's about it. Hold on, I should have brought a barrel of some kind. Well, actually I do have wood on me, so whatever. So as you can see, the train already goes over here and has a station. Of course it does. The quadrocopter is not the fastest vehicle, but what can I say, it's good for what it does. happen to have... Yeah, you do happen to have some wood. I will steal some for the purpose of making a chest. Let's put it smack in the middle of the platform so that he can't miss it. Then we go here. Alright, let's put all of these things in here. I think that was it. But I will give him the name tag even as well. Cause I need my toolbox to be ready for tools. And I was carrying some stuff for him in the toolbox. Cause he went out of inventory. Alright. Let's start by making the main shape out of cobblestone as a material to replace later on, just to get the shape down. So we'll have a quick look into the cobblestone maker. It's probably overfilled anyway, so it's good if we take some off of it. This is a nice view of my little island, but right now we're gonna probably start with a lot of deforestation actually. And also, I don't have my flying book, my typical flying book on me. This time because my cousin still has it in his inventory, and unfortunately I cannot just steal it from there. Oh, there is my quadcopter, my real one that I didn't find. Alright, whatever. Yeah, cobblestone. Cobblestone is in this chest right here. And we do have quite a lot of it. Let's just take 4 stacks for now. 5 stacks. That might not even be enough for the frame that we're gonna make. And in that case we're just gonna come back there. I need to get upstairs to my quadrocopter, so I will go here, and now I can jump up here. Nice, a nice parking space, one that you can get back to very difficultly. Alright, so big deforestation plans. Right, we're gonna need almost the entire forest gone. Almost. So let's switch my book to Timbernate. And let's slowly get rid of all of these plants. Alright, so we can keep these over here, but this one already, for example, can go. So we're gonna slowly work away with the Timbernate spell. It is, I think, the fastest method of getting rid of these trees. Even though it takes a lot of time for the mana to reload, to recharge. let's collect all of these wood things. Alright, let's continue with this tree. This mega tree, because these are two trees growing into one big tree. I forgot this top bit. Let's just get rid of this manually. Alright. Sorry, Pineko, we're gonna destroy your home. Yes, tree chopping from the sky. It is, I think, the most efficient way, because I have my magic spell, and that makes it faster, I think. It's just, if you look at the bottom left, you see that I have a mana charge gauge, and my magic spell needs quite a lot of mana, so I have to wait a little bit until I can reuse it over and over again. So we are right now doing some aerial tree chopping action, yes. And I hope we can get to some building today as well, because I think that is more exciting to watch. But imagine this in real life, if you had a bunch of helicopters flying around in the forest, and the people lean out with their axes and are like and they are trying to chop the trees from the air. That would be quite funny to look at, I suppose. The problem with this forest here is that it is a whole lot of very tall trees that have kind of melded together. You should unleash. Okay, they are gone. The game just forgot that they are gone. But we're making slow and steady progress. For example, on this one tree that has become 3 trees. But I'm not gonna run out of wood material anytime soon. Not to mention that I have an automatic farm of fir wood. So I didn't particularly need any of this surplus. Okay, let me quickly get some sleep in. Sleep in the trees. I can already hear the zombies coming. I'm under a leaf. I can't believe it. Turns out apples are actually not a bad food source. We survived in the Nether adventure. Basically 2 stacks of it. Together 2 people on 2 stacks of apples. And I have plenty more, because apples happen to just regrow fast enough. So that's quite a good food source for me. So even if I go adventuring, I just bring a lot of apples and we're happy. We're happy. I think somehow today we're bringing the client to struggle a bit. No, that was the server, okay. The fast leaf decay isn't working so well today. I'm wondering that I'm still not running out of inventory space with so much wood. Like, gosh darn it, do I have a lot of it. Whoops, that was actually missed. I was aiming for that particular block here. But whatever, the whole thing has to go anyways. Let's continue with that tree that we already started on anyway. There's a scaly over there. A scaly boy. Yeah, let's quickly harmificate that scaly. Yes, it has noticed me. And now it has run behind cover. And has forgotten about me again. Nice. Alright, let's switch back to the Timbernate spell and Timbernate some more. What was that? That didn't really make the impact that I hoped. Yes, that was what I was hoping for. So if you were wondering, these magic spells that can do a whole variety of things for you, such as chopping trees for me, these come from the Ars Nouveau mod, which is where you can craft your own magic spells, which is very cool. You need to put down a couple of tables and then do a bunch of magic inscription stuff to create glyphs, and then you put them together and make a magic spell out of them. Very cool and creative way of doing magic, because it's also very versatile. My brother has, for example, a really good mass healing spell that we used on the adventure last time, cause we did take a lot of damage and he can just heal us no problem with like a healing cloud that he can summon, and he can summon familiars and stuff like that. Very powerful stuff, very powerful stuff. It also does some automation stuff, I think, and it contains a magic turret that shoots at enemies automatically. So a whole lot of stuff to do. My plan is to eventually make a mob grinder with some magic turrets, because I think that will be fun. It will be more fun than the typical normal mob farm, I think. By the way, if you have any thoughts about the new current song overlay, do let me know. It is relatively new. I was planning to make it so that it disappears and only appears when there is a change between songs. But now that I look on the OBS screen, it's not really intrusive, is it? So I think it's gonna stay like that, to be honest. At least for a while. Until I put in the time and effort to make it go disappear and stuff. And also I think it is a nice way to remind everyone that, hey, this is my own music. You can be proud of me for making it. And that is maybe a little bit terribly egocentric, but hey, we all deserve a little bit of praise sometimes. By the way, you do need to be careful in using the Timbernate spell near buildings and structures that are built out of logs, because it won't differentiate between logs that you want to be there and logs that you don't want to be there. Okay, we have more saplings of these than we will ever need. Alright, back to where we come from. The skeleton took us quite some... no, I think we are where we were. Nice, okay. Okay, we are running out of inventory space. Okay. Well, first things first, let's refill the fuel. Then put the rest in the glove compartment of this thing. What do we do with everything else? I think we will just add it as fuel for the furnace. Then we don't need to worry about fuel for a whole while. Okay, looks like we didn't need to worry about fuel all that much anyway. Sticks, you need them every now and then, but we don't need them now, so let's also burn them. Let's make some sticks out of those and put them into the fuel chest as well. Sticks are not very valuable fuel sources, but it works for what it's worth. Alright, next would be this tree up here, I think. I might get away with actually keeping that one, but I would rather deforest the whole forest and then just plant individual trees after the building is done. Alright, let's continue. Same process as before. I think it's getting dark again. So let's go sleep for a second. Let's get rid of this dual tree. Okay, this is a very wide tree. So we're gonna have to clean up quite a bit with our axe, I think. Because I think that's faster than shooting a whole bunch of spells in this case. Yes. Come on, how did you not destroy that block? Right. That was, again, a really small explosion. You should have taken more away. Nice, that was a big, good explosion. We love to see it. I'm gonna explode this one right here. Nice. This one right here. Yes, good explosion. You know, there was that one time where Donald Trump was hallucinating and talking about explosive trees in Austria. We in Austria, we have forest cities with explosive trees. That's what he actually said in an interview or a speech at some point. Needless to say, we found that quite funny as Austrians. Needless to say, the man is straight up delusional. And still, you know, a president of a country. And it starts raining. Fantastic. I don't quite understand why and when the tree explosions are quite big and when they are sometimes so small. Okay, that piece in the corner is there to stay. That's a thunderstorm actually, so that means I can sleep through it. So I will do that in a second. Since I would rather not be hit by lightning. And there's a bad guy. That is a lightning strike right there. this time we bonked up the quadricopter real bad. Alright, we got already quite some progress, but there's still ways to go. By the way, I have not told this yet, but quite excitingly, a week ago I was having a surprise birthday party. My birthday being on Tuesday, so in 3 days. But we have had a surprise birthday party for me last week, and it was super awesome, and it was really cool to see all my friends just there. We went there, so I expected that we were going to a birthday dinner for my aunt, who has a very similar birthday to me. But then when we entered the room, suddenly I was like, yay! Everyone was shouting surprise, so I was like, nice, they made a special surprise for obviously my aunt and not me, because why would it be for me? They said it was my aunt's birthday. Okay, so slowly I'm looking at the people and I'm realizing, wait, these are not people that my aunt knows. And a few seconds go by and I'm slowly realizing, wait, these are my people. These are my friends. And so very slowly I pieced it together that this is supposed to be my surprise. And turns out I saw a lot of friends that day. Some of which actually have previously moved out of the country, so they visited from Italy and happened to also have an appointment in Vienna around the time, so it worked out perfectly for them. But that means that I had an international amount of guests at my surprise birthday party. No, it was very awesome. We had very delicious cakes, everyone was so nice, they left me such nice messages and gave me such nice gifts, and I'm really still kind of riding that high, to be honest. It's a week ago now, but it's still super awesome. So that's what's happening since last week. Yeah. Just slowly waiting for that mana to recharge. You know how it is. Tree chopping, mana loading. I do have some armor on that makes mana recharging faster and gives me also more mana to work with on a single charge. That was quite the huge tree. I think we're running out of inventory space again. Yes. We have already 4 stacks of fur. That is insane. We're gonna store those saplings though. I don't wanna let them go to waste by burning them. Okay, I cannot go between these 2 pillars. But I can go here, so fur. Do I already have? Yes, I already. there are already 128 in there. Let's just put some here. And then we still have quite some left. So, okay, let's burn the rest, I suppose. Given that we have so many. Alright, where's the furnace? There's the furnace. Should probably also put the furnace into my house at some point. I don't want an arrow, thank you. I don't want bones, thank you. Alright, good to go. This tree was seriously huge. I think we're gonna be placing cherry saplings instead of fir though. Cause, I mean, the pink, the falling leaves, they just look so nice. I know the big forests of fir also look really nice. But we're not gonna have them anyway, we're just gonna have little patches of trees afterwards. So I'm afraid we will replace those with cherry or autumn trees. There are autumn logs that we have, or with other purple trees, something like that. Next one we will hit right there. Nice, that was a good one. Will this separate one be hit? No. And we gotta get it other ways. Okay, of course there's connection to this tree. Gonna get right to the root of this. Oh, this tree is large. Look, you can see the windmill in the background here. Very cute, I think. Here at zombie. not many more trees left to fell. Don't worry, Pokemon, animals, everyone, you will get your beloved trees and everything back. Not in the same amount and in the same shape, but you're not gonna lose your homes entirely. But we're gonna be under reconstruction for a while. And we're gonna make something very nice out of it, don't you worry. These. I gotta pay attention that I don't accidentally throw my cattails away. You know what, let's put them into the plants chest right here. There we go, cattail. Are those the sea oats? Oh, we do already have the sea oats, that's nice. Okay. Right, put you in there as well. And also let's, hold on, I think we need another, yeah, we almost need another stack. So let me take these, put them in there. And then put you back. Right. Okay. Let's pick some peppers from this tree because it's overgrowing. And we do need some food. Gotta say, this potato beetle thing is a pretty good accessoire. Double the apples for me. Very good. And let's also get the apples from the tree back there. What do you do? Hello? Today it isn't triggering as much as last time. Last time the double apple effect triggered about half of the times. It is supposed to trigger around a quarter of the times, so this is fine. There's no problem with this. Yeah. And it's raining. That's fine. Oh, there's a lot of items there. Sure. That's not very good for the server, of course, if there are so many items laying about. They should be here though. Where are they? Oh, there they are. That's not that many anyway. Oh yeah, no, these saplings have just hidden very well in the grass and so on. Yeah, a lot less items already. Alright. Let's get rid of the last few trees that are in the way. Oh, this one is tall. Tall but not so tall. Tall in a weird way. Okay, it's getting dark and we have a chance to end the rain. So let's stop off here. Lay down in the comfy rain. Okay, I think that's all of the deforestation done, yeah, looks like it. And this last bunch we can leave, this upside down T over there, as well as these over here we can leave. Yeah, so let's go terraforming, which means we're not gonna really need the quadcopter now, I think. Rather than that, we're gonna park it at the top here. Yes. Okay, so let's look at the path over there. It goes down very steeply over this way. So we're gonna have it be the terraforming be a little bit steep at that point. It will be fine. Okay, let's get some. Let's first of all put some of this fur wood away again. So one more trip to the furnace. There we go. Fir log, twigs don't work in here. Saplings do though, and fir logs do. I would need to split these up into sticks. Snap the twigs on a crafting bench. Wait, I could have done that just in my personal small little crafting bench, but oh well. And we have 10 left. That's fine, we can deal with 10 sticks in our inventory. Yeah, so let's go to the factory, where we have some dirt and some grass blocks. You know, we have a very fast infinite dirt and gravel machine here. So let's first of all take 2 stacks of dirt, and you see it immediately kicking into gear and doing its thing. Let's also take 1 stack of grass blocks, or you know what, let's take 2, and let's take 1 more stack, 2 more stacks of dirt. Because it's a big area, and I tend to underestimate how quickly you use up these blocks. Something that I will definitely need is a coal making machine at some point. Let me quickly look how that would work. So coal. Coal I could get from coal essence and wood essence. I would rather not though. I would rather... Well, I can get charcoal, that's not what I want. Oh, okay. Coal essence. Got it, that's a possibility. Or we crush lignite. Or we wash crushed silver. How could we get to that? By crushing raw silver. How could we get to that? No automated way, I see. So back to coal. Hold on, maybe we can get blocks of coal somehow. It doesn't look like it. So it doesn't seem like there's just a really comfortable way for making normal coal other than the coal essences, which do grow with Imperium, Supremium, so Prudentium tier 2. That would be one way of doing this. It seems a bit boring though to solve all of our problems with hopper botany pots and prosperity seed bases. So I would probably rather go for a charcoal farm than a charcoal machine, which we could do just via bulk blasting some wood, which would also then make use of a hopper botany farm for creating that wood. However, it would at least then still be bulk blasting it, so that's a little bit more exciting. Yeah, let's make a coal machine, I guess. Alright, let's do that now so that it can work in the background already, because we're gonna need a few torches, and you can use charcoal for torches, so that's fine. We're just gonna pick any random sapling. We're gonna make it here. Alright. So let's do that now. Yeah. Okay. A charcoal machine. So I should get to my create chest and see what's in there. Create this in here. We do have some shafts. That's good. We're gonna need we are gonna need one of these. We're gonna need one of the filtered things to only let wood through. Okay, let's start with the simple things. So let's first of all bonk some iron. Let's bonk some iron. That was terrible. Okay, iron is over here. Let me bonk one of you. Bonk, 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 bonk. Let's go to the bunker. Where is the bunker? There's the bunker. Iron goes into the bunker. Cause we're gonna need this for one of those smart electrode kind of things. Iron sheets, there we go. We should also put the bunker maybe in here. Anyhow, gonna need you. Then we're gonna need hold on. Where's this at? We need these, so a brass ingot and a dried kelp. Sure. Do we happen to have some dried kelp in here? Or here? No. No, we don't. Okay. Brass ingot. Of course. That's over there. That's over here. Brass ingot. And one single dried kelp. Huh. Don't have any in here, which is unfortunate. Do I really need to go to a factory? Okay, I guess I do. But I think it only makes dried kelp blocks, if I'm not mistaken. It does. There are 64 dried kelp in there. There is 16 of them here. Here there is 64 of them. I just want one dried kelp. Perfect. That is what I want. Let me take that. Alright. Let me have a quick sleepity sleep. So, whoa, we are getting frame drops. There we go. Where do I have one healthy kelp from? I don't need a healthy kelp. You go in here. This, that, and that. There we go, 2 press furnace. Then we also need some wood chest. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna need the whole botany pot thing. So... one, two, three, four, 5, 6. Let's do 3 hopper botany pot things. All of these are gonna turn into fur planks, all of these are gonna turn into chests. Then we're gonna need 3 times 5 means 15 iron. So we're gonna take 2 of those. And we're gonna put 3 of those back in there. Alright, 15 iron. We're also gonna need 3 times 5 is 15 terracotta, which we don't have. Huh. Okay. Then I suppose... Okay, first of all let me clear up some inventory by making the hoppers. These 3 chests, surrounded by these 5. Like so, hopper, there we go. Now we need the terracotta, so we're gonna go to our sand output chest here, which is gonna probably have some clay bars, which we can turn into clay, which we then can burn in the furnace. So we just need to remove these and put that cobblestone away because we don't have so much space here. Cobblestone, you go away, yeah. So, like so. Okay, then, you know what, let's right away combine the second piece of clay. So, hold on, no, wait, like so. Chug. So we do now have in the furnace, which I'm standing on top of, 32 clay. Let me hold my tools. So then let's take these out. Let's convert them to terracotta. Meanwhile we put the stone in here, because I think we have some space for it still. We have 2 boxes of stone and there is some space in both of them. So let me first put it in here, then we still have some left. We put it in there. Nice. Alright. So now the furnace is chipping away at some terracotta. So now we have 12, we still need 3 more. One, two, and eventually number 3. Okay. That's enough of those. Then we need 3 times 3 is 9 bricks. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we can throw this all together. Let me in. Right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoops, that's one too many. 1, 2, 3. Flower pots. Then hopper, flower pot, hopper botany pot. 3 piece. Then we are gonna need. Well, let's see if we have some draw. No, we just need to put them onto the banks. Yeah, that's good enough. So then actually then well, hold on. Let me think for a second. We're gonna need some attribute filters for can be smelted. That's not the chest. We do not have attribute filters in here. Okay. What else do we need? Let's take these item bars with us. Alright. And let's start building. Also, we need the mechanical belts. Alright. Let's get started with this machine. So, alright, let's start here, put this torch one spot to the right. So, let's put it even one further spot to the right. Alright. Then we need the belt. Like so. Okay. Then we're gonna add an item vault like so. And put 3 hopper botany pots on top of it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Then we're gonna have 3 brass funnels. So this is gonna come here, and then we need a third one. And then yeah, I could make a tunnel, to be honest, but I'm a bit too lazy now. So what we're gonna do is expand these like so. I'm gonna get another shaft and add it here. Right, it looks like it's going backwards, but it's just going forward really fast. Like I can demonstrate this to you. It is shooting off into this direction, and you can see it here. Let's make it more visible by using a red item. There you go. Flies off in that direction. And the zigzagoon can't get up on top of it. It has given up. Alright. So let's just make another line of item vaults here. Actually, let's make it over here. Then we're gonna put a block of lava right here and a fan here. No, that's bad. We gotta do it from the opposite direction. Okay. So we're gonna put a block of lava actually here. Hold on, this is where the encased fan will go. This is where the lava will go. Alright, then let's make an encased fan. And 2 more bundles of andesite funnels. Do we have an encased fan here? We do not. We do, however, have some of the stuff that we need for it. We need, I think, 1 of those, and then 4 iron plates for the propeller. And then I think we need an andesite casing, if I'm not mistaken. So let me quickly see. Andesite casing. Then, oh, that is an analog lever. How cool is that? But we don't need it right now. Desk. Not really necessary. Oh, and it emits a redstone signal. It's like a button. Oh, you can attach it to an elevator. Interesting. Okay, well, cool stuff, but not what I need right now. I need the encased fan, please. Encased fan, yeah, it is 1 shaft, 1 propeller, and 1 andesite casing, and the propeller is andesite alloy and 4 iron plates. Okay, we can do that. Just take 4 more pieces of iron from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and put them in the bunker, in the stomper. Bunker, stomper, whatever you want to call it. It bonks and stomps. In here. No, in there. Come on, go. Yes. Don't steal my iron. I need it. I need it for coal making purposes. That's the last bonk. There we go. 4 iron sheets, we take them. This propeller, a shaft, and an andesite casing makes 1 encased fan. Oh yeah, and then we wanted to make 4 more and this brass tunnels, so we need 2 more of these and 2 more iron plates actually, and then 2 more dried kelp blocks. Actually, let's take 1 of these, split them up. Cavazzo is there. So. Okay, that means we have the materials for bonking again. It's not in there. Would you please go under here? Yes, like so. Mill tank, don't steal my iron. That's 2 bunks. Get them in there, like so. Then we need dried kelp. And brass ingot. Brass ingot is in here. 2 pieces of which we need. There. And then kelp, kelp, kelp. Let's split up one of the kelp blocks. I don't suppose we will be as lucky as before, or will we? That we have a single... Well, there is a single dried kelp in here. Okay, let me get that. Alright. Now we need a second one. Not 64 of them. There's 16 of them here. Okay, you know what? Let's just take 16 of them, I guess. 17, I guess. Okay. We just need 2. Yeah, that's gonna be fine, surely. Okay. Well, we can already deploy the encased fan and see how that spins in which direction. So, this direction, please. Then we need you to go over here. Yes, it spins in the correct direction, that's good. Then we need a block of lava, which means I need to get a bucket out. There is no bucket in here. Interesting. Do I have a bucket in my backpack? No. Which begs the question, why not? But okay. Let's then get ourselves a bucket of iron. Let's make a new bucket actually and keep it in our toolbox, because I think it makes sense to have a bucket in a toolbox. 1, 2, 3. Then we go to the crafter. Make ourselves a lovely bucket and this thingamajig. So now we have 4 of those, that's perfect. Let's put those down. So, first of all, you go here, and then these are inputs. Then we need lava. Sure, I should have just taken that with me. Because we do have an infinite lava source right here. Alright. I guess I have to put it one more to the left, do I? Let me quickly check how it is with the... Alright, here we do have the tunnels and not the funnels. I guess we're gonna use a tunnel then, because it makes it a little bit easier. Alright, then we're gonna have to fix something real quick. Bed. No. Alright. So we're gonna put, oops, wrong button. The lava source up here. First of all. Did the lava just break my encased fan? I think it did. Fan. We do not accept such things, and we're just gonna cheat it back in. Okay, that is rotated the wrong way. There's a branch. That is the correct way. So then this one goes away. This one does. Alright, then like so. Then or maybe this will even work. We will see. Okay. Bucket of lava goes in here. Then belt goes right there. Yes, and the particles go through. That's perfect. Alright, so if I stand here I will be blasted. Is that correct? Yes. So we should block that off. There we go, no longer burning. I mean, I'm still burning, but I'm no longer getting actively spewed lava in my face. Alright, then we don't need any tunnels, that's good. Then we are saving on materials a little bit. Alright, okay. Let's expand this line out here. We're gonna need basically 2 funnels, but I think we can just use andesite ones. And we're still gonna need 2 dried kelps. Now we only got 64. What? Don't tell me! Nice, okay, we got 17 dried kelp again. Seems to be the magic number for dried kelp. Let's go back. Let's sleep. And I think we're gonna stop playing today after we've done the coal machine. So we're gonna need 2 of you. And then I think we can already make this. Why do I need I don't need 4. Actually, one of them is enough. Oops, wrong chest. Put you there. Very good. What else do I still need? Well, the attribute filters. Let's look at how to make them. Not attribute. Attribute filters. Any wool, 2 brass nuggets. Okay, okay. Any wool, 2 brass nuggets. Brass nuggets. There's only one of them in here, so we're gonna just take one of those. Make this like so. Alright. Wait, actually, we keep the 2, we pick up the 9, the 7, put the 7 in here, then take the chest again, throw the 10 sticks into the garbage. Then so here is the output, then like so. Then we have an output over here, and it gets an input. Okay. So now we need the wool and all of the stuff for getting the actual saplings in. So that's 3 dirt, we have those. Apples go into my hotbar, please. So I just need 3 saplings of any kind and 1 wool. We have 1 wool here and just any 3 saplings. Let's just take these 4 out of here. Right. Throw one of them into the trash can. So, attribute filters. Oh no, I forgot to get to the crafting table. Do we happen to have a crafting table near us? There's one at the train station, but that's about the same distance as if I go back home. There's a saying here that is basically like, what you don't have in your brain, you have in your feet, on your legs, more like. Because it means you run back and forth, doing the same thing over and over. Alright, we need this attribute filter, and we're gonna say, well, nothing yet. Get me 1 log, please. So, fur log can be smelted, cannot be smelted, can go through. Yes. Do I need 3 attribute filters or is 1 enough? I don't remember that now. I think 1 should be enough, but I'm not certain now. Right. No, I need 3 of them, oh no. Okay, lava, you are being a bit annoying. I don't love it. Right, we want up to any. Yeah, but of this. Okay, okay, there is no count for filtered stuff, okay. So that then means we need 2 more wool and 4 more ingots. Okay, sure, I love running back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. That is 1 too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please, thank you. Then more wool, please. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have a full inventory. Okay, we don't need the bucket anymore. Let's put the bucket into the chest. Toolbox. Where's my toolbox? Did my toolbox go up in flames? Because if that is the case, then I will be very mad. Where is my toolbox? Is my toolbox over here? There's my toolbox. Yes, okay, good. Bucket goes in there. You know what? I don't need shears on me right now either, so they go into the toolbox as well. Do we already have the saplings in now? No. One of them goes in here. One of them goes in here. One of them goes in here. All the dirt. All the dirt. All the dirt. Alright, and we do have a fur log on us. Only the fur logs get outputted here, please. Up to any. Up to any. And up to any. Nice, okay. These should start slowly producing and get into here, into there, up. What is now still missing? Oh yeah, they're missing attribute filters. I I do have no wool on me. We still need to get that. Nice. That's why I ran into inventory issues, I remember. I remember certain things. Two new attribute filters. And again, we're gonna use the fur log. Can be smelted. Not. And then edit. And then we should be good to go. Then it should be our coal machine, or charcoal machine I should say. We already have 6 fur logs in here. That's of course not the intention. Rather than that, I would have charcoal, please. Let's watch this for a while and see whether it produces anything. I should have put bone meal with me. And this should work. I'm pretty sure this should work. How long do you still have Batwoman for? Another half an hour. Okay, well. Yeah, and this item vault is gonna collect all of the garbage that we don't need for now. We're gonna have to empty it at some point. Put like a garbage bin to the side of this thing or something like that. Okay, there's a log, nice. There's a few logs, so I guess it fills up this line first before it outputs to the others. But look at them, they're getting smelted and they're getting outputted into here, which does contain charcoal. So, charcoal machine officially working. Yeah, we love to see it. And this should even work for quite some time with a large backlog. Because if this ever fills up, then first this will fill up. Then we will still get these lines filled with logs. And only then will this vault also start filling up with logs. So we got a large backlog, not backlog, kind of a large buffer, and we do love that. So we do have a charcoal making factory without using any prosperity shards or anything like that, which is quite cool. Okay. Let's this back into our main hand. Let me take a little screenshot of this. Okay, screenshot done. And I think we're gonna wrap up this stream with this. So we streamed for 3 hours and 20 minutes today, with a large break in the middle, so like more like 3 hours. So oh yes, I need to go to media, Twitch. Create the dashboard. Okay. Then goodbye and until next time. Thank you for watching. See ya.